Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Coming to you live from the outskirts of the internet. This is the Gaming Saloon for January 10th, 2014, with your hosts, Pacebaker2448, Rampant Epsilon, and TommyGun2442.
Hello, and by the way, Glock/Tommy Gun kind of is not at the computer right now, so yes, and I just did that, so yes, I did flash the article twice.
I can't see that yet. While I was doing the intro, the stream wasn't even up.
Yeah, but I heard you got the ping.
I know. I got notifications everywhere except for the actual stream.
I don't even.
Twitch delay. welcome to the Twitch delay.
I apologize, I'm back. Hello,
Alright.
everybody.
We're talking about the fact that I was doing the intro without even knowing the stream was on.
Oh, great. Awesome.
Because I got the Twitter notification, I got the phone notification, but I could not see the physical stream on.
Great.
Because Twitch's delay is stupid right now.
Great.
Yes, it is stupid long.
Yeah.
And no, okie
We're working on us.
Does anyone else realize we've got 2 viewers right now?
Well, I'm one of them.
Oh, okay, then that explains it.
Yeah.
Because I know Peace is the other then.
Yeah. Yeah, essentially.
Even though no one shows up in the viewer list. Yeah. Way to go, Twitch
Actually, it's showing me up as a moderator. It's showing nobody else up in chat.
Right, just to let you know, we're working on a solid 2-minute delay.
Great.
2 minutes? I thought it was 1 minute.
No, it might just be one. It just might be a minute delay.
Yeah, I thought it was a solid 1 minute delay.
Okay. Yeah, we're working on a solid minute delay. That's on the Twitch's side. We can't do shit about that.
The only thing we can do is stream and hope for the best.
Yep.
I so love my internet. 0 dropped frames. Load the flippin' viewer list already. God!
Well,
Do what?
I've got the chat popped out. It will not load the viewer list.
Great.
It refuses to load the viewer list.
Well, it probably doesn't help that we also got AGDQ going on right now.
Hey, what?
That's Awesome Games Done Quick. It's essentially just a collection of speedrunners, just speedrunning a whole bunch of games, 24 hours.
Ah.
All week long. Somebody did a blind Super Punch-Out run.
Great. How far did it get?
And did a speed run of Super Punch-Out.
How did it get? How far did it get? How far did it get?
By the way, Glock, we're all 3 moderators.
Awesome. Okay.
Finally decided it wanted to load the viewer list. Stupid chat.
Alright. So yeah, and then they're pulling a solid 76,000 views right now.
Dang.
Yeah, they're top on Twitch, so yeah. Which might be a little bit broke right now.
Yeah. I can understand that then.
Well, a little bit more broke than normal, but...
Yeah, Twitch is always broke. Which is why on our side I put our own chat.
Alright.
Which I've got it and the Twitch chat up, and yeah. This is gonna be interesting.
Well, shall I move into the things we get to discuss this week?
Yes, that way our little Xbox Live avatars there can be watching along.
Yeah. Okay, now this first one baffles me. Because I didn't even know this could happen to begin with. I still don't understand how this is happening.
Yeah, the milky white residue. I don't even.
Why do I hear I I
What
the
now?
heck?
What?
Okay.
What?
I heard an ad in the background. I'm sitting here going, well, crap! It started again. Hold on.
Refresh the
Go
game
ahead.
politics one. That's the one doing it for some stupid reason. I don't know why, but it did that to me and refresh and fixed it.
Okay.
But yeah, apparently the Xbox One can leak.
Some kind of milky white liquid.
Okay, first and foremost, this is not a widespread issue, but I am still confused.
Yeah, I think that's out of 2 million, there's only been 2 instances of it, so yeah.
I would say probably another 5 that might be undocumented. I don't know.
Well, I know somewhere in there
Why
it
do
said
I hear
something
music?
about. Huh.
Does anyone else hear music?
No. It's got to be that game politics one. You might just keep refresh until it quits doing that crap.
It's not game politics. I just refreshed it and the song's still going. Let me try Facebook.
Did you load the video one or by
It's not
some means?
Facebook. Let me try TGS.
It ain't.
Wait,
it ain't our side. I'll tell you that right now.
I was about to say, is it a Japanese song? Because I'm playing music in the background for me.
No.
What?
I can't hear it, and if I heard it, he'd hear it.
Okay.
I am so confused.
But,
there was music. I just refreshed everything and there was still music in the background, but the music stopped now. I am so confused.
Well, we're all confused about things. But, just to say what this is, apparently, multiple users have reported that their Xbox One consoles are leaking some kind of oil as a result of what appears to be a bizarre and obscure hardware issue. That's a big fat understatement.
Yeah.
Great.
Because I just assumed that the console was melting to some capacity. No! It actually is legitimately leaking something.
Some kind of milky white, apparently, oil.
Yeah. One member says the issue only cropped up when he plays for multiple hours, suggesting the system's in thermal compound could be the problem. He said he contacted Microsoft about the issue, but didn't explain what he was told. That's helpful. Sexy reported the same issue for his day one console, explaining that the milky white residue kind of dried up and then the problem fixed itself. Okay.
So it's not really a problem, but it could potentially be.
The hell?
From what I grasp here, if it is something with the thermal compound, then this could possibly down the line turn into another red ring of death.
Oh.
Because that is exactly what happens with red ring. It basically fries the processor, and that's it.
Oh. I was thinking this thing would become a fire hazard.
I don't think that would necessarily happen.
Okay.
It might, but I don't think it would necessarily happen. To me, it sounds more like. To me, it sounds like if it happens and you keep using it, then you're liable to make it really screw up.
Yeah. I was about to say we're gonna upgrade from the red ring of death to the red ring of fire. It's like Xbox 360 overheated. The Xbox One will light itself on fire.
That would actually be funny.
Yes. Found like those Dell batteries that did the same exact thing, like I don't know how long ago. But that was a thing! That these batteries would spontaneously combust! That was legit!
Wait, I didn't see the bottom paragraph of this thing when I was glancing through it yesterday.
Oh, what?
Apparently, there were disk drive issues with the Xbox One at launch, resulted in loud grinding noises. Figures the obvious that Microsoft would do. They gave them free games.
Instead of...
How does that help?
Yeah. It's like, here's some free games. That doesn't beat the really bad squeaky noise. Like, how bad is this squeaky noise? Like, I clicked on the article. I'm gonna listen real quick.
If I had to guess, it'd be like the grinding noise you'll hear out of an old, tore up disk drive. I have actually seen that, and yeah, it's not pretty.
Oh. It's a noise.
Huh.
Yeah, it's like a... If you had like a car, a card, slap up against the bicycle wheel, sounds like that type of noise.
Ew.
Yeah!
Sounds like the disk tray's unbalanced or something, and that could scratch discs left and right. I don't see how giving free games would really help.
Yeah, it's a... That's a terrible noise to hear. Absolutely terrible noise to hear. So yeah, the Xbox One has issues just all around. Well, my YouTube video decided to be at max volume that time. I had to refresh the goddamn page because YouTube done broke again with the replay.
Yeah.
They had it fixed and now it's broke again. What the... Damn it, YouTube! Why are you doing this?
YouTube loves breaking things.
Alright.
As I proceed to not be able to speak.
So yeah, that's pretty much the short and long of it. It's like it's leaking like white liquids, and hasn't completely screwed up yet. Although that disk drive issue sounds like far worse than this. Just sounds like something's gonna snap in a second in the console.
Yeah.
Anything else to say on this before we move on?
I don't.
Not really.
Alright, so then, moving on. This was something that happened in the week off. That also happened when you and me were wanting to play League.
Yeah.
Hacker group called DERP takes down multiple game servers in pursuit of game servers because... Well, because. That's how DERP rolls. And if you think I'm calling them that name, no, that's their name, is DERP. DERP has claimed responsibility for a series of DDoS attacks yesterday against multiple games in game servers, including League of Legends, EA.com, Battle.net, and other gaming sites.
Before we go any further, can you explain to me what DDoS is?
Direct denial of service.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Basically, it's sending a whole crap ton of code to the servers to overload them and not allow any traffic in and out.
Yeah. You know, like what happens around Christmas for like half a dozen services?
Yeah.
Same idea.
Okay.
Just done intentionally instead of unintentionally.
Yeah.
And by far less people.
Yes.
Yes. They were only down for a short period of time, on average about 10 to 15 minutes. The real target of our attack was a popular Twitch streamer known as Phantom L0Ard.
You know, you could have just said Phantom Lord.
Yeah.
I know, but I want to make fun of Leet Speak every chance I get.
Great.
AKA Phantom Lord, because I want to misinterpret Leet Speak from now on. Because I think it'd be funny.
Got a point there.
According to a Reddit thread, the hacking group decided to harass the Twitch personality for the lulz. Lulz with a Z. You know they're internet savvy because of that.
Great.
And here's an example from Reddit itself. The group called DERP is apparently DDoSing League of Legends, NA, EU, and Oceanic servers. They also took down Dota 2, Club Penguin, Battle.net, EA.com, and there's no end there.
Hold on. Club Penguin?
Yes.
Apparently he decided to stream that.
I think he was like, what happened was he was playing Dota 2, and like a bunch of them were in the Twitch chat saying, "You lose this game, we're taking down Dota," and he lost the match, and then boom, there went the servers. So he decided to go play Club Penguin. Then there goes down the servers again. Because apparently they decided to screw with his day. Oh, but it gets worse. Most recent event in Phantom Lord playing on Oceanic was with stream fans, and they took it down on behalf of the League of Legends situation. It seems like they are directly attacking Internap Network Riot Servers provider. Okay.
Alrighty then.
While some might forgive the general harassment of the services, and to Phantom Lord, the group that escalated the campaign even further by posting Phantom Lord's personal information online and later calling the local police to his house, claiming that a hostage situation was taking place. Local police showed up with automatic weapons and took Phantom Lord into custody briefly before letting him go. Here's what he had to say about that. Just had an automatic pointed at me, put in handcuffs, and sat in the back of a cop car as I watched as 6 policemen go through my whole house. He later posted that the situation had stabilized. I'm good, guys. More updates soon. Promise. So we decided to just to escalate from harassment to we might get this kid killed.
Yeah.
As you know, when the cops hear hostage situation, they don't think it's a joke.
Yeah, I have a feeling this is just the first of a few articles we'll see about DERP. And honestly, the name kind of fits what they did there.
Yeah, that's just like, okay. Alright, you're messing with his games. All jokes and good time. Oh, let's call the cops on him, tell him it's a hostage situation.
Yeah, that's where it's like, fuck you, no. Now it's over.
No! That's over the line, son! That's way over the line. Like,
wow.
He could have been either injured and or killed. Because, the cops take situations like that seriously.
They were just out to ruin his day.
Yeah.
That's all there was to it.
Yeah, this kind of puts to shame, like, I recently watched a panel done by a bunch of YouTubers where they were reading off some of their most hateful and spiteful comments they've ever received. Some of them from 4chan, because if you're going to get hateful and spiteful comments, you might as well hit up 4chan for it. But that puts that to shame, because at least those are just, like, comments. This is... yeah.
I want to know what else these guys have done, because this DERP group, because apparently to them, calling and saying that it's a hostage situation is nothing new, because they seem to respond casually to it. So I want to know what else these guys have done.
They got an official Twitter right now.
I want to see this. Where is their Twitter?
I think it's just like derp hacking or derp trolling. I'm not entirely sure. I don't entirely remember the name.
.com. I want to see this, because these guys seem to have just did it casually.
Yeah, at least you might not like Anonymous for some of their tactics, but at least they don't pull something like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Most of the groups you hear about doing DDoS attacks, that's all they're doing.
Yeah.
They're just trying to screw with people. They're not out for blood. That was out for blood right there.
Mm-hmm. It's like, we're just gonna ruin this guy's day.
No, you can ruin someone's day by following them around on Twitch and just killing everything that they're streaming.
Yeah.
That can ruin someone's day. This was going for blood.
Yeah.
That's all there was to this one. I don't know what that guy did to them, but I have a funny feeling he probably knows them. At least one of them that's over that. Because, yeah. I highly doubt that they would just be like, oh, we're going to pick a random Twitch streamer and just screw them over.
Yeah. Well, he was one of the popular Twitch streamers.
Still,
Yeah.
I highly doubt they just one morning woke up and I'm going to screw with one of the more popular Twitch streamers.
Yeah.
No,
What?
no, that don't happen.
Oh no.
Dudes
Glock,
had to piss them off some way.
Yeah, Glock, what'd you find?
DERP took Xbox Live down on January 3rd.
I don't doubt it.
Yeah.
Microsoft has always had shitty security.
Yeah.
Just saying.
Oh, and some of the companies they took down because they're money hungry is also a reason why they did so, from what I've read about them.
Huh.
Yeah, apparently the people behind Club Penguin are money hungry.
I want to.
You know, I could see that.
What the Club Penguin company?
I'm
Makes the
all of the ones that were listed there. You could kind of see that as money hungry.
True.
League, not so much.
Not really. I mean, hell, they give away $1 million like every year.
Yeah.
It's prize money.
I mean, League, not so much, but all the others listed there, yeah.
Oh yeah, especially since EA and all the issues with Battlefield right now.
And their yearly releases of every sports title they've got.
Yeah.
I
I saw where somebody pointed out that they're supposed to have like dynamic sidelines in the recent Madden tile, and you had a football game. I don't know when it was, but it was an older football game that had better dynamic sidelines than Madden.
Huh.
Like years older title had better dynamic sidelines. Bravo,
Yeah.
Madden.
Yeah.
Bravo. You biffed it again.
Hard. Again.
I really don't see how in this day and age, what's the point of the yearly release?
I don't either.
I don't see it.
I mean, it's not working for Call of Duty. And in
Yeah.
my opinion, that's got a little more backing for it than a sports title.
Yeah.
I don't understand why they can't make a sports title every 5 or 10 years and just do DLC that has the updated rosters.
Yeah. 'Cause
That's
I'm sure
really all they're doing.
Yeah.
There's not a lot that changes between the sports titles in one year to the next.
Like
It's the rosters.
Yeah.
It's it's like the WWE games even.
Although I will say the rosters really dramatically change from year to year.
With that, yeah, but I mean,
Yeah.
it's nothing that a DLC update couldn't fix.
Of course, also the little problem with that is with the WWE games, because here's the thing about the guys working at WWE, they all worked under contracts as what was the word? It's independent contractor, I believe, is
Yeah.
how they're classified as employees. So if they leave, WWE no longer has the rights to that person.
Yeah.
A little bit of a problem with that. Which is why they have to be picky with their archival footage, because it's like, oh hey, Matt Hardy's in this. We don't have the rights to anything to him anymore, so we can't sell anything that of him in WWE.
And you know, I think that's a little dumb there. They should have some kind of clause when they're signing the contract stating that any footage obtained during that time is theirs.
Yeah.
Because then they are breaking the archives like that.
Yeah.
I mean, Oh well, we're gonna get off topic if I keep going.
Yeah, it's how WWE has their employment system set up is a bit weird, and it's weird with their archival stuff because it's like, oh yeah, remember this guy, but we're not gonna see stuff of him anymore. It's like, the one I think it's like one of the last King of the Rings. I don't think they can show anything because Kurt Angle is not only not working in WWE anymore, he's working for a rival company, so they don't want to do that. They don't want to show archival footage of him.
Right.
Who is Gavin?
What?
Have you looked at this guy's site?
Whose? You gotta love the fact that Glock says something and cuts off halfway in it.
Yeah, the Glock. Who? What now?
Their site, they have been talking about something called a Gavin laser beam.
Hmm.
Oh. Yeah, the reference to their Twitter. I know what they're talking about. Look at the background image of the Twitter.
Yeah, what about it?
You see the guy's face there?
Yeah,
Him.
that's him.
Yeah.
Gabe.
So, Gabe.
What? Oh.
Gabe. Gavin. Yeah.
What
No,
exactly?
I think it's just something they're just making up. Anyway, anything to say before we move on to our next one?
No. Glock.
No, this is just a really interesting group.
Alrighty then. We shall move on then to
The
half worst present you could ever get for Christmas?
probably the best present with the worst content would be the best way to describe that one.
Yes. Clearly, for an 8-year-old on Christmas, he received a 3DS with porn. Thank you, Walmart.
What? What?
Yes.
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 What?
Yes.
That's the theme of this week. It's just like, wait, what? It's like the Xbox One melts. DERP Trolling. Porn 3DS.
But how?
You're gonna find out. You're gonna find out how really quickly.
Alright, one child made a surprising discovery Christmas morning after snapping some images with a 3DS he received on Christmas. Tom Mayhew, 8-year-old son. Tom Mayhew's 8-year-old son found various pornographic images saved on the system. WAVY News 10 reports. Went to play his game not knowing anything was on it, Mayhew said. After a while, the kid took pictures of themselves, and when the pictures was taken, it went to a file. When Mayhew's son opened the image files, he found a dozen pictures were already there, pictures he was not meant to see. At least at that age. Far too young to be seeing this stuff. Alright, when Mayhew's son opened the image, oops, it was a shocker because when we had family here and there were a lot of kids here, Mayhew said. The kids were the ones that discovered those pictures. There's no reason for them to be even really on there, he added. It's disgusting for one. It seems that this was the only thing left on it. Fantastic. That could have a free game. It could have, like, an account link to it. Nope, porn. The 3DS was purchased at a Walmart in Hampton, Virginia, and said the images were time-stamped for early December. However, he bought the 3DS on December 23rd, so the portable was likely purchased and then returned without Walmart wiping the system of user data. This is not the first time a
Hold on, man.
This is not the first time a porn-filled 3DS has been a customer. Last year, GameStop sold a refurbished system containing sexual images to a Colorado man who gifted the portable to his 5-year-old son. God damn it, this happened twice.
Okay. Okay.
It happened twice!
Now, you know what's bad?
What?
What?
I could understand the refurbished system that GameStop sold possibly having that. I might could see that.
I've never heard of Walmart selling refurbished systems.
Exactly.
Yeah.
They sold it to him for brand new price. I guarantee it to you.
Oh.
User disconnected from your channel.
And he just disconnected, didn't he?
Yep.
And I heard that.
Think
The
this
stream
internet
heard that.
derp. Up, internet derp. Ding.
Forgot to turn the sound pack off. So everyone heard, user has disconnected from the channel.
Yeah. Mid-sentence, too.
Yes.
But yeah.
But, yeah. I guarantee it to you, they sold it to him for full price.
Here's what I think. It's not on the system. It's on the micro SD card. Because when I checked mine, the images are actually saved on the SD card.
Really?
That's in the system. Yeah. They're not saved on the system itself.
So then even if they did check the system, if they didn't think to check the card,
Mm-hmm.
which I'm sorry, if the card is part of it, then I would be checking it.
Yeah. Internet derp. Oh, mic muted. Hang on. Yeah, and it's even a specific
Is that
folder
him?
that says images.
That has to be him.
Hello?
Hello.
Why are you
Internet?
now a
Okay.
TeamSpeak user instead of your name?
Because my computer died and didn't tell me that it was dying.
Oh, so not internet derp, just a computer derp.
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't want to get Windows 8.1 right now.
You're
Yeah,
gonna have to upgrade eventually.
Eventually, but I don't want to right now.
And where do they get away with calling it Windows 8.1? Why do they not just call it Windows 8 Service Pack 1 like they've always done?
Because Microsoft is a bit derp.
I mean, they have always done that, and now they change it.
Like like my uncle told me not to upgrade to 8.1 after I already did so because I would have to have a Microsoft account or some link bull like that. And I'm like, I already had one. Why it's a different password on this one from my old one? I had to sign in with my Microsoft account.
I actually liked that idea.
Yeah.
That was the only thing out of 8 that I liked. The only thing out of 8 that I liked.
Yeah, my dad got a new laptop, and he's already annoyed by the thing that pops up on the right. That little bar on the right.
Yeah.
He's already annoyed by that.
That didn't bother me.
Yeah.
Not being able to turn a start menu on is what pissed me off.
Yes. And also hiding the shutdown button. That's dumb. Anyway.
But anyhow.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
I'd have so many problems with that Walmart.
Yeah, but Glock, as I was explaining, it's I think the images weren't on the system itself, it was on the SD card. Because the 3DS comes with a micro SD card, and there's a specific, the images are saved on there. Because the images I've taken in Pokemon X are in there. So I have to assume that all the images go there.
Yeah, but
So-
still, if that's part of the package, they should check it to make sure it's not there.
Yeah.
There should be nothing on there.
No, there's specific Nintendo 3DS folder on there that I'm assuming is what makes the SD card work with the system, so... Can't
Okay.
just wipe it completely.
Okay, but if you put it in the system and you look at the user data, you would see that. If they found it, anyone could have found it.
Actually, no, I had to plug it into my computer to find that. I don't think you can see what exactly is on the SD card unless you look at it through the computer.
Well, then the images couldn't have been on it. Because what this is on the SD card, because the way this is describing, they were viewing, the way I understand it anyhow, they were viewing the images on the 3DS.
I think that's possible. Let me boot up mine and see if I can find out. Luckily, we have someone here has a 3DS, so we can investigate this and figure out how the hell this happened.
Now you only need to do the breaking the region lock and finding a way to stream.
There's a way to stream already. I think you have to actually buy some kind of capture device in order to do that.
It's a shame your some type of capture device won't work with it.
Where are you wearing your hair, shirt? No, not there. Come on, 3DS, go back to the menu. Thank you. I don't know. Let me turn on the camera mode. I might be able to view the images from there.
Might be. Because like I said, the way the article's describing it, it's like they viewed them on the 3DS. So, I mean, I would assume if they could find the images on the 3DS, there's got to be a way of doing it.
Yeah, you just have to go into the camera's menu and you'll find them from there.
I don't understand why they even fool with taking electronics back anymore.
Yeah.
Especially stuff like that. I mean,
Yeah.
I just don't grasp that.
What I'm thinking is somebody apparently had this micro SD card that they had in this specific 3DS, and they actually saved their porn on there, and they didn't know. They just put it back in the 3DS
and send it back.
Great.
Okay, but like you said though, the SD card wouldn't work if it didn't have the Nintendo folder to let it work.
Maybe. It might just he might just like took it out and accidentally saved his porn on there and then put it back in.
That might, yeah, that would probably sound better.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This is a weird chain of events that somehow ended up to this.
Yeah.
And somehow this has happened twice. How the fuck does this happen twice?
Like I said, I can understand the GameStop one a little farther than the Walmart one.
Because it's GameStop?
Well, and it's they sold it as a refurbished console. They did not sell it as a new console.
Which means they put the tape back on the box, and that was the long and short of it.
Pretty much. But Walmart's bad for that. Not just the 3DS, is everything.
Yeah. Yeah. Although, somehow, the Fire Emblem I got, which is brand new, had a save file on it. A complete save file on it. From a 3DS. And it was brand new, too. I checked. I asked my uncle, because I got it for Christmas, like, did you get this used? He's like, no. Okay. There's a save file on there. Okay. So that's like the second time now. Because my my DS Fire Emblem game, exact same thing. I don't know how that keeps happening.
So see, all you gotta do is buy a game, beat it within the amount of time before you can't take it back anymore, and then just take it back.
Yeah. And just don't bother deleting the save file.
Nah. Give that as a freebie to someone else.
Yeah. I don't even think this had the DLC on it, although I think the DLC is treated like how it is on the consoles. It wouldn't be on the SD card, but I wiped it anyways, so it didn't matter. So I'm like, I'm playing this thing from the beginning. I've enjoyed it too.
I don't understand that, though.
I have
What?
a Pokemon Sapphire copy that's hacked.
Did you
Remember
buy
me
it brand new?
No.
Oh.
No box either. This was just straight from GameStop. I thought it was the complete I thought it was just someone who completed the Pokedex and had all their Pokemon on there. No, it's hacked. Which
Well,
is like,
then.
oh. Yeah, because I looked into it deeper and it was like, oh, this is all hacked. So I really can't transfer any of this because, if I try to transfer it to X and Y, it's going to immediately flag it.
Yeah.
Because they built Pokemon Bank to be like, oh, this is a hacked Pokemon. Nope. You go back to the DS title. Although I think I can still breed with the stuff. But, it's going to be...
I'd say you could, because if you obtain it legitimately, then it wouldn't be considered hacked.
Yeah. But the problem is the parents are hacked.
But I
So-
don't think it would matter.
I'm just wondering, does the hack status carry over? Or is it clean then?
I think it would be clean then.
I don't know. I have to wait till Pokemon Bank's released and then, get the Bulbasaur from there, transfer it to, one of my black and whites, and then transfer it over to Pokemon Bank and see how it does. Because if it's clean through all that, then I'm like, okay, I just need to breed with all this stuff. Because it's like got a whole, like I said, it's got huge amounts of Pokemon. Anyway, anything else to say about?
This, no.
Doc, anything to say?
No.
Alright, moving on. Our first bit of hacker news. The good kind of hackers, not...
Yeah, I was going to say, we've already had our first bit of hacker news.
This is more modding. They had managed to reverse engineer the Wii U gamepad to stream PC games.
Huh?
Yes. A small group of enterprising hackers have found a way to stream PC software to the Wii U gamepad controller, allowing users to bypass the system completely. The hack was shown off during the 30th Chaos Communication Congress in Germany recently, and a video of the group's demonstration is now available below. The demo begins around the 47-minute mark. I didn't know this had a video.
It don't
Let
on
me-
the page.
Yeah. I'm looking right now. They really don't show that much. It's just like Wind Waker being played on the gamepad. Like, okay. First appearance shows off a simple drawing app streamed from the PC to the Wii U gamepad, but the hackers draw a loud applause from the crowd when they demo an emulated version of GameCube.
Oh, the
Yeah,
GameCube version of it.
Okay, that's why I wasn't thinking it was that impressive, because I'm like, Wind Waker's already out on the Wii U. It's like, oh, it's the GameCube version. Never mind.
Yeah, they could have picked a different game than Wind Waker, seeing as how there is a Wii U version of it.
Yeah.
That kind of was a dumb move right there.
From PC to the controller, demo crashed a few times, but seemed to be mostly playable. The code, which is in the alpha state and is aimed primarily at developers, is available today. Eventually, the group said it plans to release an Android port of the software that will allow you to use your existing tablet as a Wii U gamepad, though this functionality is not likely to be officially sanctioned or supported by Nintendo.
Well, duh.
Of course! Why would Nintendo help the competition?
Even
Seriously,
though
why
they're
would they
not
help
really
competition?
competition.
And it talks about similar streaming system available for the NVIDIA. Okay. You know what? As someone who actually also has a Wii U, that's not a half bad idea. Like, the Wii U is, for as big as it is comfortable to hold. Like, I would not mind playing games on that.
Huh.
It kind of just reminds me of a larger Game Gear, essentially. And, like, seriously, I have the Super Mario Brothers game that came with the system. You could literally just sit there and play it on the gamepad and completely ignore the TV, because it's synced completely.
Wow.
100% syncage between what you see on there and what you see on the TV screen, no matter which one you're playing off of.
That's impressive.
Yes.
I figured that whole synchronous between the two, nah, that ain't gonna work, but...
Oh, it works.
Huh.
It worked completely. Like, it is impressive. Now, granted, that's just where you're playing the game off the gamepad. Like, I downloaded a demo of the Monster Hunter game on there. You can go through your entire inventory in the game on the gamepad and still be playing the game.
Huh.
It's like, oh, I need a potion. Deek, deek. You grab the potion right in the middle of combat.
Nice.
The ultimate multitasking tool for gaming, because it's like, hey, I can manage my inventory while playing the game at the same time. Or do whatever. Like, I know, managing inventory is in the Wind Waker remake. Like, your inventory screen is open the entire time you're playing the game.
Huh.
So you can just, like, immediately go, need the hook shot. I need the arrows. I need this other thing. You just, like, hit it on the touchscreen. You can immediately switch to it.
Huh.
Like, the Wii U may not be selling, but the tech is impressive. They just sell it to people who want to do something with it. Nobody wants to sell with the game. Wants to do stuff with this. Which is kind of sad, because it's like, people want to make stuff for the Kinect, and the Kinect is an absolute piece of shit.
Yeah.
I have seen footage from Fighter Within. That's on Kinect 2.0, and it's a piece of shit. It is terrible. Terrible. Yeah, this is kind of cool.
That is neat there.
Yeah. Although out of the two, like, Nintendo hacks we're covering today, it's the least interesting of the two. Because I would have more use out of the second one. For reasons.
Yeah. A lot of reasons.
Yeah. Yeah, this is still cool. Anything to say before we move on to our next one?
Nope.
Alright, and moving forward, we get to talk about China. And apparently they banned Battlefield 4 because it's a threat to national security. Like I said, folks, the theme of this week is wait, what? Yes, Battlefield 4 is a threat to national security to China.
Huh.
The Chinese government has banned Electronic Arts military FPS Battlefield 4 because it contains content that threatens national security, the country's Ministry of Culture has said. The Wall Street Journal points out that the decision is not likely to negatively impact EA's business because the publisher doesn't sell Battlefield 4 in China.
Well, I wouldn't know why.
Wait, what? Wait, roll back a second.
Wait. Yeah, wait a minute. What? Hold on, I just... Wait.
What?
So... What?
Wait.
They banned something that's not even...
Oh my god.
I think this officially ranks up there with the Chinese government hacking... Well, no. Not hacking. Attempting to hack random Gmail accounts.
Seriously?
Yes.
Why?
I have no idea. And
Okay.
by random, I mean random. And by China, I mean the Chinese government.
What would you need Gmail accounts for?
Your guess is as good as mine. And like I said, attempting. They didn't even get successful at that. I'm kind of wondering about the brain power of the Chinese government right now. It's kind of making me think a lot like how our government is. There's one person with a brain, and that person's on vacation.
Okay. See, the ban comes after the release of download expansion China Rising, which which features 4 multiplayer maps on the Chinese mainland. An official copy of the ministry's announcement is not yet available, and an EA representative declined to comment on the story. Last week, a Chinese newspaper accused Battlefield 4 of discrediting China's image and distorting the truth in an effort to mislead young people. And Call of Duty hasn't done this to the Russians or the South Americans yet because... I'm just saying that COD kind of does that too, just a little bit with the Russians and South America now.
Yeah.
All right. China lifts its 13-year console ban in September with the creation of a new free trade zone in Shanghai. Okay. So, China banned a game
That wasn't
is not
even
sold in
selling.
their country, all because of a DLC that may misrepresent their country. And by misrepresent, I mean if you are dumb enough to believe anything in here is true. Because, people play Battlefield 4 for this player. Yeah. Just...
Yeah.
That second line kind of broke me, because I'm like, okay,
Yeah.
what's the point of banning a game that's not even being officially sold in your country? What's the point? To prevent people from getting it off the secondhand market at stupidly ridiculous prices, I assume?
That all that successfully happened was that they'll still get their hands on it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Did you read one of the comments?
No.
No.
May I?
Go for it.
So, God forbid the US and China go to war. Are you telling me that all we have to do is set some traps with PS4 playing Battlefield 4 and the Chinese troops will start a revolt against their own government?
Okay. This is just dumbfounding a little bit, because I'm like, what's the point here? I missed it. I just don't even now. I'm just like, yeah, this has happened.
This gets back to what you said the theme of this week's episode is.
Just wait, what?
Yeah.
It's like China banned a game that's not even sold in their country. Wait, what? Come again? The what?
Yeah.
Well, anything to say before we move on to brighter news?
No.
Alrighty then. Moving forward, we have better news. Some folks have decided to just go ahead and do an English translation of this game, because we're getting Valkyria Chronicles 3 in English. Thanks to fans.
Sweet.
And I can only say yes, because this game is sorely missing. Because, we got Project Cross Zone, and that has Valkyria Chronicles game characters in there. No, scratch that. Valkyria Chronicle characters from the third game that we never got in the US. Just to confuse people even more. Seriously, we have characters from 3 in Project Cross Zone that we got here in America, and we didn't get the game to begin with.
Great.
Yeah, that wow.
And this game loves to make references to the said characters' continuity in games.
Great.
So I'm sure there are references to Valkyria Chronicles 1, because I think this takes place during 1.
Okay, now that's just confusing.
I know. You have Frank West talking about how he covered wars. Oh, and he's interacting with some Darkstalkers character. Totally natural, though. Yeah. Yeah, Project Cross Zone is weird and just like, this is so straight face. It's like, okay, you have a succubus just casually interacting with Chun-Li from Street Fighter. They're just having a natural conversation about stuff. And you also have characters from Dot Hack, and by characters I mean the avatars from Dot Hack, interacting with people from the real world. And they talk about how they're trying to log out. Again, played straight face. Anyway, a group of fans have released a patch which adds English translation to Valkyria Chronicles 3, a tactical role-playing game Sega published in Japan only in 2011. If you can get your hands on the Japanese version of the game, you can find the patch and rather complicated instructions on how to install it on your PSP or Vita. I'm gonna look at these instructions because I'm sure it's stupid. Yeah. It's already using some technical talk. Because you're dealing with UMDs with the PSP, because that format went over well.
Oh, God.
Talking about the previous two games. Yeah, it also says about Valkyria Chronicles 2 did not sell enough to justify localization costs. Well, it didn't help that you didn't promote it either. Hell, Valkyria Chronicles 1 wasn't that well promoted. And that was on the PS3.
Well, you know why? Sega is so focused on anything pertaining to Sonic, it's pathetic.
Yeah.
I mean, hell, we can't even get PSO2 localized. We have to focus off of patches and everything else to try to even get English subtitles that are not there for all of it.
Mm-hmm.
There's still moments you're sitting there like, what? I mean...
What is this moon speak? As I hear so often.
Sega needs to figure out that they need to localize stuff if they want to make even more money.
Yeah. But that's the thing. The first one was on the PS3, and it's a kind of an obscure title, but it's really good. It's like this beautiful blend of turn-based and turn-based in real-time gameplay. It's this cool mix of the two. Like, I have to stream that game at some point because it's really cool. What it does, you're not gonna find another game that does a system like this. But you had Valkyria Chronicles 2, which ended up on the PSP, and that was supposed to be a sequel, like a true sequel to the game. And then you have 3, which takes place during the story of 1, as far as I know. I haven't looked into Valkyria Chronicles 3 that much, but it's also on the PSP, and it's only in Japan. And I think now the only Valkyria Chronicles we've gotten since this is a card game.
Great.
In Japan only, too. Oh, and I believe these 3 characters appearing in Project Cross Zone. Because, you know, there's not half a dozen other characters from both games we got in America that put in the game. And this says ooh la la from Space Channel 5. Need I say more than that? Like, I don't think either one of you know who I'm talking about.
No.
Nah.
See? That obscure. And she gets in the game. Now the Darkstalkers group hasn't gotten a new game in years, and they get like 4 characters in this game. Like, you have one of them teaming up with Dante. You know, Dante from Devil May Cry. No, not Dante from DMC. No, the original series of games.
Great.